Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video talking about the last heavyweight fight in the Strikeforce, which will be between Daniel Cormier and just announced is going to be Frank Mir. Yeah, very surprising that the Dana White and the Fertittas would let Frank Mir go, or even ask him, because he probably didn't volunteer. They probably asked him to go to Strikeforce to face Cormier. And then after which, of course, Cormier will come to the UFC. I think the reasoning behind it is because they do have an agreement for Cormier to have one more fight at heavyweight there. Then the Strikeforce heavyweight division is done, completely done, over with. And they want to get a good opponent for him. In Strikeforce itself and outside, there really aren't too many guys left. I mean, Josh Barnett is a great opponent, but he beat him. So who else really is there for him to fight? I mean, I can't really think of anybody. So taking someone from the UFC and making him go over to Strikeforce to face Cormier, I think makes a lot of sense, because really it is the UFC. You know, I actually kind of like it too. I like seeing things different. UFC's got everything so formulaic now. You know, every time you see it, you see the same kind of cage, black, and you know everything looks the same. I like the Strikeforce is different, and you know even just the color scheme, the announcers, everything is a little bit different, just for you know, a different taste, so that it doesn't feel so formulaic. I think probably one of the worst things that you know, entertainment can be is formulaic. You know, even a TV show or something like that, if it's the same thing every time, people are just going to get bored and they're just going to quit. They're just going to quit watching. So having a little variety there and doing that is pretty cool. I think the UFC should actually do that too, is incorporate some different, you know, even just stylized designs of the cage and this kind of stuff would just be very neat. So regardless of that, you know, it should be a good fight. I'll do a prediction for it. I think it's a good choice that they chose Frank Mir, because he's he's definitely a top 5 heavyweight, I'd say. Top 5, top 7, maybe arguable. Depending on Shane Carwin and these types of guys. And Reem really isn't in the conversation right now until next year. So I'd put him in a top 5. Cormier, of course, has proven himself greatly, beating Bigfoot, beating Barnett like that very handily. I think that if this fight actually does go down, which it looks like it should, because it's been announced. We don't have a date yet, but I think it probably is locked in now that it's going to happen. Unless somebody gets injured, it should happen. I'm going to pick Cormier to take this. I think that Frank Mir is probably a bad matchup for him because his wrestling's so good. Frank Mir can't take him down. If he does take him down, he'll be, you know, or if he does go down with him, he'll be underneath probably. And stand-up wise, I gotta go with Cormier, man. His stand-up looked amazing against Josh Barnett. So I'm gonna pick Cormier to win this whenever this fight goes down, probably in the next few months, 3-4 months. After that, we'll see him transition into the UFC, and I imagine he'll do very well there. I think Cormier is probably a top 5 heavyweight at this point too. And then Alistair Overeem comes back in 2013. So 2013 should be an exciting year for the UFC heavyweight division. Even though this year kind of was lackluster because Alistair, you know, got the suspension and everything. But him coming back, Cormier coming into the heavyweight division next year, 2013, should be awesome. So there's Trev making a prediction saying he's going to take Cormier to win this. Probably knock him out. I think I'll knock out Mir. Mir kind of has trouble taking shots. So he's been one of the best heavyweights of all time, been around for a long time, taken a lot of punishment over the years. So I'll go with Cormier. That's for this video, guys. See you for the next one later.